Yeah, the revolution, y'all. Yep, the revolution.
The revolution, y'all, will not be televised.
Yeah, you gotta wake up, open your eyes,
Make a change in your life,
and find a new way of living.
It's time to start living for the children.
Everybody look into my life, tell me what you see. The perseverance of a young man sitting is so free. LA Mac, be the champ, but still fighting the struggle. They couldn't shut my mouth with a muzzle. I'm hard to figure like a puzzle. My name ought to be Jigsaw, rough around the edges. I've been known to spit raw, always with a pen and a book. I'm kinda thin and I look real suspicious like a one-eyed crook. Saint Loco is the city I claim, not in the game, but I'm banged. Don't try me, I ain't new to this thing. Consequences and repercussions for pissing me off. I ain't mad, I'm just trying to pay the rent on this loft. Short arms and short pockets, I be pulling out lint, so understand why I'm trying to get bent. We all about that hippie hoppy, don't stop me all the way live. Writing more issues than vibe when my mind televised. The revolution, y'all, will not be televised. You gotta wake up, open your eyes, make a change. Jigsaw, cut you in half. I'm about to show the meaning of lyrical bloodbath. You should go take a bath, dog, dusty and dirty. When I'm 42 and rhyming, I'ma still be worthy. And I'ma be all-time top 3. The reason I can shoot, cause y'all don't matter to me. I done been there and done that. My stats is dumb fat. And for the record, I'm just stating facts, now run that. Line them up and knock them down. I run this town. It's just a matter of opinion. I come down. My mind is like the combine. I only get one time to prove that my 40-time rhymes are sublime. I inspire rappers, y'all call them a MC. The difference my end in the lowercase e. I lit your pilot, you was waiting to blow. You ain't never been on fire, I'm just letting you know. Sicily Nitro.
You do is featherweight. Monkey shots to make you levitate. Lock and load.
I can hear sweat trickling down the cheek.
You do is featherweight. Monkey shots to make you levitate. Lock and load. I guarantee you it'll be your very last time breathing.
Double-edged sword, I'll bang your backboard. Dressed in all white, the home team, they clap for you. We just wanna have a good time.
Hey yo,
Wanna have a good time.
Nitro.
We just wanna have a good time. Oh yeah, no time for the drama. Come on. Hey, hey, we just wanna have a good time. Good time. We just wanna have a good time. Good time. We just wanna have a good time. Good time. No time for the drama. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. I just wanna have a good time. They calling me JJ, cause I got the mic posted up with the DJ. Please no requests, I'm repeating what he say. We got it under control, it's cool like Cool J. Now when the needle drop and the record spin, give me a scratch to let me know where the song begin. His shoulder hold the headphone with one ear so he can hear the monitor and mix the record real clear. It's okay, I said it's okay, cause I'm with the DJ. I'm with the DJ. It's okay, I said it's okay, cause I'm with the DJ. I'm with the DJ. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands up. Everybody in the place, they was throwing their hands. Everybody in the place, they was...
Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you're actually tuning in from. My name's Andy. Will I take you through full presentation of the G Meta One opportunity and program. This is going to be a regular call, Wednesdays and Fridays at this time. Now, this is designed to be seen by, people in Europe, UK, African nations, and then across even India, Pakistan, all the way to Australia. We're in all of those time zones with this call. So if you've got people in those areas, please bring them to these calls on Wednesdays and Fridays. So without further ado, I'm going to take you through the opportunity. I'm also going to cover the launch platform and our website on this call as well. So it's a pretty comprehensive call if you're sharing this with anybody else. Okay, let's do this right now. Okay, so GMeta 1, a design for digital life. So this is going to take about 20-25 minutes basically to do this part of the presentation. Then I'll take you through the launch platform, how you get involved in purchasing the token or using our services. So a design for digital life. Now, the metaverse is very much a part of Web 3.0. Now, if you're like me, you probably didn't know what Web 1.0 and even 2.0 were, let alone Web 3.0. And I was in that situation until I got involved here. So let's look at Web 1.0. 1989, that was the birth of what we call the internet, the World Wide Web. And that's when it all really kicked off. At that point, it was very static. It was the first and most reliable version of the internet, pretty much because there weren't a lot of moving parts to go wrong with the internet back then. They're all like sort of single pages or maybe 3 or 4 page websites offering access to limited information. There was really no user interaction. You couldn't really click buttons and leave feedback or share them. Didn't have algorithms to sift internet pages. It was very much a one-way highway. People really, with bricks and mortar businesses, felt the need to build websites and get online pretty quickly, and that continued over the next 10 to 15 years until we hit about 2005. Then it became much more social, more interactive, user-generated content. People started doing blogs and video logs and podcasts and things like that, and generating content about their industries, and sharing other people's content about the industries that they were involved in to attract traffic to their own websites. There was website interoperability, so a website wasn't necessarily a destination. It could have been a landing page that took you somewhere else. There was new web technologies like JavaScript, HTML5, etc., just languages that allowed web designers to create different types of website. And also that was the dawn at the time when the social media came into being. And at that stage, it was things like Bebo, MySpace, Friends Reunited, stuff like that, and that was rapidly replaced by things like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, etc. Also at that stage, for the first time, people started to access the web using their phones and things like tablets as well. And if you think about the advent of phones, for example, back then it would have been something like a BlackBerry, who have since disappeared. Unfortunately, they didn't keep up with the times. So very important that businesses keep up with what's going on now, because we're into now Web 3.0. That is the next stage of the web. It's more intelligent. It has the ability to process information with near human-like intelligence. You've got AI systems that can run programs to assist us. Decentralized finance. This is the use case, I believe, that cryptocurrency has been waiting for, the real use case. Also, the metaverse is a huge part of that, and augmented and virtual reality as well. Next level artificial intelligence. We're already seeing the impact of things like ChatGPT, which can, do all sorts of things. It translated this very presentation into Spanish and Portuguese for me the other day, for example. So what is the metaverse? Well, it's basically a space. It's a space with some degree of realism where people can work, play, shop, socialize, pretty much do what you can do in the real world, or like to do in the real world. But the difference is, unlike this broadcast where I'm just speaking to you on social media via video. If the metaverse, you actually feel a presence, you feel like you're there with the person in the room. It's a much more personal experience, and that's the general feedback people give from being in the metaverse. But the thing with the metaverse is currently it doesn't actually exist. The reason being, a lot of the current platforms are built using different technologies and they weren't initially designed to be interoperable. So currently you have to leave, say, Decentraland, log out of it, and then log into voxels. For example, you can't just walk from one to the other with the same avatar. And until you can do that, it really doesn't exist. It's hard to say it actually exists because that's not the vision that people had of what the metaverse was going to be. So there is definitely an appetite because games platforms have demonstrated that, but it'll only truly become the metaverse when we can all walk into our screens and move between platforms. This is where G-Meta 1 comes in. We are a hybrid metaverse ecosystem with interconnecting business development, networking, real estate, and education objectives. Now, the one thing we always set out from the day one was to be an effective bridge. We're bridging our world with other hybrid metaverse projects representing a continuously expanding network of Web3 worlds. And we're going to continue to do that as and when other projects arise. A significant part of our mission is founded in education. We've got another pillar rooted in networking and business development. And we've built an environment designed with a technological capacity to allow you to build, buy, sell, and rent metaverse real estate. Now, we're bridging together education and development while creating a fulfilling metaverse experience for developers, metaverse real estate brokers, and people who own property, NFT creators, virtual event hosts and planners, e-commerce merchants, and business-to-business offerings. Plus, maybe if you're like me, a year ago, you were a newcomer to the metaverse. Now, currently, building bridges, as I've mentioned, is a very big part of what we do, and we've already started this process. We've already established premises and other projects as part of our ongoing mission to being this bridge connecting multiple digital universes. Some of our locations as follows. Voxels. We have the G-Meta Arena in Voxels, huge project. Right there, we have hosted live streaming events like Miami NFT Week last year, South by Southwest, Global Gathering, which was our own training event in last August, and an exclusive event with none other than Wiz Khalifa. Now, down the street from the G-Meta Arena in Voxels, we also have G-Meta 1 Heights, which has started out as an apartment development. It's increasingly become a business hub. We've got a lot of businesses in there renting premises to showcase what they do. Decentraland, we've got our 4-story headquarters in Decentraland. Right next door, it's a very prominent site, and it's that prominent that UPS actually moved in recently right next door to us. Somnium Space, we've actually got another full G-Meta Arena in Somnium Space, and we've actually got an entire world based on their platform for future use. Now let's look at the history of the metaverse. In the beginning, back in June 2003, nearly 20 years ago, Second Life became the pioneer for what we now know as the metaverse. In Second Life, you can purchase avatars, wearables, property, vehicles using their own internal currency, and that is called Linden Dollars. Now, they are just like a game currency, so like Robux is to Roblox or V-Bucks is to Fortnite. You can only use their currency, Linden Dollars, to make a purchase on the Second Life platform. They're not externally tradable, and they're certainly not a cryptocurrency. Now, the good news for them was 10 years after they started it in 2013, they had over 64 million registered users. Unfortunately, they only had about 1 million who were still active, and it hasn't actually gone up since. Second Life remains as a trailblazer for all current metaverse projects. I personally just believe it was a bit too soon. Now, here are 3 established metaverse projects: The Sandbox, Decentraland, and Somnium Space. Now, we picked these because they've got their own decentralized tokens as their native currencies. So let's have a look at the currencies and the land prices and how they progressed. The Sandbox, back in November 2021, their metaverse project came to fruition. They already had launched their token because Sandbox, all of these projects existed as games on phones, mobile games, but they actually launched their metaverse project in November 2021. Now, the average land price back then was $100. The average land price currently is $15,000. I kid you not. So that's been driven by there's properties that have exchanged hands in the Sandbox for over $650,000, believe it or not. So if you invested in land back then, you made a very good investment. Let's look at their token, SAND. You can check this on CoinGecko.com. Their token was launched at the princely sum of 8 cents. 8 cents. Now, it reached its all-time high in November of 2021 when they launched their metaverse, and it went all the way up to $8.40. Phenomenal growth with the land prices and the value of their token. Now, Decentraland, if you look at that one, it launched in February 2020. The average land price back then, was $20. The average land price in March of 2022 was $12,000. I firmly believe that's actually gone up because the premises next door to our headquarters in Decentraland is currently available at around about $17,000. Just the land, before you build anything on it. Their token, their token's called MANA. Now, that token launched at 2 cents. It launched at 2 cents back in November 2017. 2017 at 2 cents. Now, 4 years and 28 days later, it reached its all-time high of $5.85. 4 years that took to happen. So, obviously sometimes things take time to reach fruition. Now, Somnium Space, they opened their doors in September of 2018. The average land price back then was $500. The average land price currently is $10,000. Their token is called Cube. It launched 2.5 years ago at 2 cents. The all-time high for that one is $28.12. That is a 1,000-fold increase in 2.5 years. Now, guys, I'm not suggesting, this is not us suggesting that our token or our land prices are going to go the same way. This is, however, documented historical fact, as you can see, and you can check that out. Now, why are we different? GMeta 1 seeks to be a bridge between our world and other metaverses. We've got unique offerings with our GMeta 1 NFT proposition and other utilities in our ecosystem, like the GMeta V Academy education portal and the business and advertising marketplace. But it's these bridges that we're building that truly distinguish us from any other cryptocurrency project. In addition, our token will be launched on the Binance Smart Chain. That's faster, more flexible, and cheaper for you. We will offer a bridging solution if people want that when we launch our token, and people will be able to purchase using Ethereum and Polygon. We're in pre-sale currently. You're going to hear about that shortly. And you can get yourself free tokens to the value of 100%. Anybody you bring to the platform using your link, you can actually gain up to 100% bonus match from their purchase. I'm going to explain that afterwards. We're in this pre-sale, and if you share this opportunity with people, you've got the chance to earn NFTs, VR headsets, and even luxury vehicles as well. Now, our token is the power to our system, everything from paying for educational courses, to buying land in the G Meta 1 virtual world. So you've got to buy land, you're going to need our token. If you're going to build on that land, you're going to need our token. If you're going to furnish that building, you're going to need our token. Anything you do in our metaverse, you're going to need our token. Therefore, the use case for our token is undeniable. That's one thing you need for a successful cryptocurrency launch. Now we're selling $5 million worth of our token in our pre-sale. We've currently got 5,500 holders and over 15,000 subscribers. In this pre-sale, we're selling total 20% of the total supply of 1 trillion. Now we're going to take half of this $5 million, 2.5 million, and put it into locked liquidity. Now, folks, that's an enormous amount to put into a DeFi token locked liquidity. Normally, figures like $50,000 are what people tend to put in at the start of a project. So we've got enormous liquidity. We've got a massive community of people, and we've got the use case for our token. Those are the three things you need for a successful cryptocurrency launch. Now, we can't guarantee the value of this or predict what's going to happen, but as you can see, we're laying the tracks the right way to ensure that this is a very, very attractive proposition to people investing in a token. And if they invest in the token, what does that do to the value of the token? You can tell me. Now, in the press, G Meta 1 has featured strongly in the crypto tech investment and other online media publications. As you can see, Coinpedia, Bitcoinist, AMB Crypto, Last Minute Crypto, Cointelegraph, even investing.com, and other publications in various languages all around the world. Let's look at the metaverse. Who is involved? Well, increasingly it's becoming a case where it's going to be easier to say who isn't involved, because there's celebrities, for example. Obviously, celebrity culture is huge these days. Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Shawn Mendes, Grant Cardone, LeBron James, Rihanna, Floyd Mayweather, Shaq O'Neal, Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Leo Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Tom Brady, lots and lots of celebrities, fashion brands. All the big fashion houses are there, as you can see. Hugo Boss isn't on that list. Well, guess what? They started their project a few weeks ago. Food and drink. Look at some of those names on there. Huge global brands like McDonald's, Coke, Burger King, Budweiser, and Oreo cookies joined recently. Starbucks joined recently. Sports brands: Nike, Adidas, New Balance, Under Armour, Puma, Reebok, Asics. All the major sports brands. Look at the financial organizations, JP Morgan. There's a lot of keeping up with the Joneses going on in the financial sector, because JP Morgan joined, then Citibank, HSBC, Morgan Stanley, Standard Chartered, and then you got MasterCard joining up, and they were quickly followed by American Express, and Visa recently filed for patents for the metaverse and NFT projects. Now look at travel and tourism. Celebrity Cruises have a very good use for this. They've built a complete replica of one of their cruise vessels, and you can go and visit that in the metaverse and size up the cabins and experience one of their cruises before you actually make a purchase. Emirates Airways, Singapore, Lufthansa, Qantas, Qatar Airways, all of them are involved, and Disney are about to launch a complete copy of one of their theme parks in the metaverse. Look at all those tech companies and all those retailers. The list just keeps going on. But why are they getting involved? Well, Citibank's one of those people I mentioned. They did a survey into, a study into the metaverse and its potential profitability. And they came up with this conclusion. The metaverse economy could be an 8 to 13 trillion total addressable market by 2030. $8 to $13 trillion. Now think of what that looks like. There's a lot of zeros there, guys. The benefits of having a metaverse presence for any business are numerous. Permits businesses to reach a global audience without geographical limitations. allows businesses to interact with their customers in a more personal way, a more social and engaging experience for customers, which can lead to more sales and long-term loyalty. Your virtual premises, if you have one in our metaverse or any with a staking pool for that matter, that you can actually stake that premises as an NFT and everything in it and earn yourself passive income. Businesses can also use virtual worlds to train their employees, replicating real-world experiences to let their team practice in advance. Businesses can test out new products and services without having to invest in physical infrastructure or risk negative publicity. Excuse me, just having a little drink of water. Now, as well as launching a token, launching our metaverse, building these bridges, GMeta One has a huge portfolio of services we can offer you, our members, both in our metaverse and those with which we have a bridge. We can help you with metaverse land purchases, building services, commercial and private rentals, billboard sales and rentals, venue rentals, metaverse event management, NFT creation, wearable NFT design, and education and training across all of these aspects, and much more to come. Here's our team. We're very transparent people. You can actually go to our Instagram profiles, which are all listed there, and find us. We do 7 of these presentations a week. We're not going to dump you into a Telegram group where there's an admin with just a logo of the company on it. No, guys, we're very transparent, so it's not like a cloak and dagger kind of operation. And finally, imagine a market free from the traditional barriers to entry, a platform where you can promote your brand globally, a currency with huge liquidity and infinite usage, and a world where anyone can participate and stake their claim. That is GMeta One. Okay, folks, so that was our that's our overview. That's what we do. Okay, now if you're sitting there thinking, yeah, I think the timing is right for me to make a move, or I want to find out more information, well, I'm going to just let you see our website. Let's have a look at that. So where you want to go is, let's just go back to the main site. Okay, this is our very beautiful website, Architects of the Metaverse, and there's a lot of information here telling you what we do. You can actually go direct to some of our land spaces in various metaverse projects just by clicking those boxes. Our partners, our referrals, rewards, I'm going to take you through that. You've got Metaverse Real Estate. You've also got the shop. If you go to the top here, click shop, you can actually see what we do, all those services I mentioned in the presentation, and the prices for those as well. So you can see what we do, and you can book us in for that as well. Now, if you want to get involved today, click join pre-sale. Okay, I'm going to briefly tell you how to get involved. What you want to do is get back to the person who invited you to watch this call, because they're going to have a link, most likely, like this, and you're going to use that link to join up. I'll tell you why shortly. So what's going to happen is you will sign up. You're going to need a wallet address to sign up. The reason being, you need a Binance Smart Chain wallet, either MetaMask or Trust Wallet. So you're going to have to use one of those and put that in when you sign up. You can enter that when you sign up, because that's where your GMeta tokens are going to be dropped. Please don't use anything else. Use MetaMask or Trust Wallet. Don't use anything else whatsoever. Okay, simple as that. Do not deviate from that, and everything will be fine. So as you can see, I mentioned on the presentation, we are selling $5 million worth of GMeta tokens. As you can see, total funding 5 million. We're going to put 2.5 million of that into locked liquidity. We're selling it in rounds of $1 million at a time. As you can see, we sold out round 1 and we're into round 2. And we're nearly up to 200,000 into round 2. So if you want to get involved, you've got this sliding bar and you can choose from as little as $5 all the way up to $100,000, depending on your budget. You know what you're comfortable with, but please don't use money you need to pay your bills or put food on the table or clothe your children or something like that, guys. Be sensible. Okay, so when you do that, say you're happy with $100, you can choose any one of these 8 different cryptocurrencies to pay us with. So say, for example, you pick Tron. You just tick the box to say you fully understand what you're doing, and you click purchase now. At that very moment in time, our system works out how many Tron you need to send to GMeta1 to achieve that purchase. Okay, and there you go. There's the exact amount. Now, the thing with this, I would suggest, this is the wallet you're getting. You got the wallet, you can copy or scan the QR code. Please make sure that the amount you send is equivalent to or slightly more than the amount you're seeing on screen there. Okay, the reason being, some wallets deduct the fee from the amount you tell them you want to send. So therefore, when the amount hits GMeta1, it has the fee deducted and it's not enough to cover the purchase. That causes a problem and a backlog for our support people. We can't fix it, but it just causes a problem. And obviously, if you're bringing somebody new to something like this, they're going to think it's a scam or something like that. So make sure that you the amount after the fee from your wallet provider is deducted is greater than or equal to that. I would suggest that, for example, $14.49. I would suggest you just round that up to 1,500 Tron and send 1,500 Tron. If it's more than, you've got no problems. So once you make that purchase, your tokens will show up here, and also you can import into your Trust wallet or your MetaMask wallet as well. So they'll immediately show up on your balance, and that's it. You're good to go. Once you make that purchase, and only when you make a purchase, even of $5 or more, this link you got when you signed up becomes live. And as you can see, when you use that link, when you refer family and friends, you're going to earn bonus tokens from their contribution. So if I give my link to Miguel, and Miguel buys $10,000 worth of GMeta tokens, guess what's going to happen? I will earn 100%. I would earn $10,000 in GMeta tokens as well. Now, if Miguel gives his link to Sylvia, and Sylvia makes a purchase of $10,000, well, Miguel's going to get that 100% bonus match. But because Miguel was my level 1 referral, and he gave his link to Sylvie, I'm going to get 50% of Sylvie's purchase as well as a bonus match. So down 2 levels. So I would actually get $5,000 in GMeta tokens sent direct to my wallet, and it'll show up here. Now, as you can probably tell, you can earn yourself an awful lot of free GMeta tokens, millions of GMeta tokens doing this. Now, if you share it with enough people, we've got a leaderboard here. We've got 4 competitions. And at the end of each round, we take the top 10 names, and they all earn, at the end of round 2. So once we sell out round 2, if you're in the top 10, say with top 10 recruiters or top 10 team builders or top 10 team contributors or top 10 investors, if you're in one of those top 10s, you're going to get yourself a free GMeta NFT, which you can stake down the line for passive income. As well as that, you're going to get put into a draw for an Oculus Quest 2 virtual reality headset. So each of these top 10s, we put the 10 names into a draw, and we give out one Oculus Quest 2 headset for each of the top 10s. That's 4. And then finally, we take all 40 names and put them into one big draw for a 5th Oculus Quest 2 headset. So if you do this a lot, you're going to get handsomely rewarded and earn yourself millions and millions of free G Meta tokens in the process. Okay, guys, that was our Launchpad. That's our website. Want any more information, just go to gmeta.one. If you want to sign up and make a purchase, get back to the person who invited you to watch this call. Thank you for joining me today. I really hope you find this interesting, and we'll see you on the next call. Bye now. Take care.